Good morning, it's May, so let's have a little look round this allotment. Yeah, as you see, it's raining, but never mind, we'll see if we can have a quick scoot around and avoid the worst of the showers, should I say. Is it raining? It's that kind of weather where you can't quite tell. Little drop here and there. Well, yeah, things are definitely growing now. It's actually quite mild today, despite the fact we have had a very cold spring, I think. Anyway, this is a pear tree that I'm standing in front of. We have had this in for about 4 years, I think. I've got a pear. I've got an apple. The apple blossoms just so beautiful, isn't it? It's got to be the best blossom there is. Little apple blossom tree and a plum tree. We've had some apples off the apple tree a couple of years ago. The pear and the plum have been a dead loss. I don't know why really. This looks to have hopefully some fruit set this year. I would love to get some pears, but we'll have to just wait and see. I don't know whether it's the frost that gets the blossom every year or what. I'm not sure on this pear tree. The apple, yeah, that fruits, as I say. The plum, again, it's a big tree now. The pigeons decimated it last year. They haven't touched it this year, we don't think. Again, I'm not sure whether we'll get any fruit off that, but we'll have to wait and see. This big border here is one that we made this winter. It used to be a raised border and something smaller. So it's a great big border now with lots of scope. This is all my peas at this end of the border, which are all doing really well. I'm very happy with them. I've got several different varieties in there. There is a yellow mange too. There's some standard onwards peas. There's a 10-foot tall telegraph pea, I think it's called. I've got Kent blue peas from Bill and Val here. As well as that, I've got some foxgloves in, which we're just going to probably leave in. And this side of the border, this end of the border, well, at the minute there's just a couple of random things in. There's some kale from last year. I'm just leaving that until the last minute because I feed it to the hens. I've got a volunteer potato, which I thought I would just chance it and leave that in. What I'm going to do is I'm using this side of the border for the beans. The beans won't be going in for quite some time. They've only just started to break the surface in the greenhouse of the little pots they're in. You know, they've only just started to germinate. So it's going to be quite some time, 3 weeks minimum, before they go in here. So I'm going to let that potato grow because I know it's a first early from last year. I might dig it out and get some lovely little pearl potatoes from there. But yeah, this is going to be beans, the whole lot. All the way down here, this also is new, and I've put in strawberries all the way down here. My strawberry bed just didn't work last year. I had transplanted strawberries and they all died. So I bought some new ones this year. I've got some marshmallow, some Cambridge something or other, and one other variety I've forgotten. So I've got them all down here. I've got some further up the garden. My comfrey there's coming on lovely now. This is a lovely big red currant behind me. I've got some space behind here where I plan to put a melon this year and see if we can get a melon grown outside. And then further down I've got some more peas pushed into a little random spot. Oh, well, all hail the fabulous broad beans, aren't they glorious? These are doing just splendidly. I planted them in the autumn, which is what I like to do. I tried spring sowing last year, but I didn't find any advantage to it because my broad beans seem to survive nicely going in the autumn. And as you see, they're well on. I don't think I've got any pods on there yet, but I haven't really checked. They're healthy, they're flowering. I've got them supported gently. Yeah, nothing more to say about them. I'm expecting a nice crop. Next border along, this is my garlic and my onions, and I've got rhubarb at the end there. Again, the garlic and the onion were sown in the autumn. Things seem to do well in this area with autumn sowings because we don't get terribly harsh winters. We're on the coast and it keeps things mild, so things tend to do well like that. I've never had any problems so far with it. I'm experimenting this year with some interplanting, which I haven't done a lot of before. So far I have put some beetroot in between some of the onions. I'm still waiting for some more in the greenhouse. I'm going to interplant the beetroot with the onion, if I can remember what the vegetables are called. I'll get on better, won't I? And the garlic I'm also going to interplant. I haven't quite decided what with yet though. The rhubarb, it's coming on lovely, getting lots of rhubarb from that. This is another strawberry bed that I've put in this year, and I want a lot of strawberries for me. They're a high value crop, I eat a lot of them, so I'd like to grow as many as I can and freeze any excess. I'm not really expecting to get a lot of strawberries off this bed or the other bed this year because they're new plants. We'll see, we might get a little bit. It's really next year. And what I'm going to do is when the strawberries send out their runners, I'm going to propagate a lot of strawberry plants this year, hopefully. And my aim is, my plan, my goal is to rig up some sort of system on this fence going along here and on the other strawberry bed that I showed you. Maybe 2 tiers of troughs of some sort where I can grow strawberries out of, so I can have this whole area vertically and horizontally producing food for us. There's nothing much going on in this border. There's a few spring onions I've left in. I'm going to let them flower. They're from last year. This bed behind, this is my little jerry-rigged Brassica cage. We'll put in some broccoli. Unfortunately, there's been a slug about and he's taken out probably about half of them. I think we found the culprit. It don't seem so bad now, but we'll have to keep our fingers crossed. I've got lots more in the greenhouse coming on. So I can replace them and put some more in. Again, this is a pretty empty border. These last 3 borders haven't got a lot going on in them yet. I've got some lovely sorrel there. That's a perennial that comes up every year. It's nice. Nice little chive. I've got foxgloves as well. This is an old kale that just wants pulling out now. And this one is the potato patch. All the potatoes are more or less up now, I think. I didn't put any first earlies in this year. I've got second earlies and I've got main crop. And I can't remember the varieties. I did plant my potatoes pretty early, not unusual for me. Everything goes in sooner than it should. As a consequence, I have had some frost damage on some of the plants. Yeah, some of them nipped quite hard actually. Never had that happen to us before, even when I have put them out early. Not to worry though, they'll be fine. They can recover from that little bit of damage, and I'm expecting a good crop. Don't see why I shouldn't. Well, that was just a whistle stop tour around the beds in between these rain showers. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.